Here's more wrestling news for January 16th, 2026. Your headlines for this afternoon include Chris Jericho's next big appearance officially revealed, fans shocked. Huge WrestleMania 42 match reportedly coming for Rhea Ripley, shocking opponent. WWE star removed from roster, what really happened? TNA preparing massive roster shakeup for AMC era. Braun Strowman involved in car accident. Major twist in Ash by Elegance's wrestling career. CM Punk reveals when he might retire, timeline officially shared, and more. Rumors have been circulating that Chris Jericho's WWE return may have been scrapped or at the very least postponed, and new information suggests why plans may have shifted. Throughout the month of February, Jericho is scheduled to tour the UK with Fozzy. This is important because if Jericho were to return at the Royal Rumble, he would disappear from WWE television for nearly an entire month immediately afterward. While this doesn't rule out a Rumble appearance, it would be an odd creative choice, especially for a star of Jericho's stature. Then again, WWE has made unusual decisions before. Just look at AJ Lee's brief return and immediate absence years ago. Because of this scheduling conflict, speculation has now shifted toward Jericho returning at Elimination Chamber in Chicago on February 28th. By that date, the UK tour will be finished, meaning WWE could reintroduce him without having to write him off again. From a booking standpoint, a Chamber return may also make more sense. This year's Royal Rumble is expected to be loaded with top names: Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes, and more. With so many heavy hitters involved, WWE risks having Jericho overshadowed in the chaos of a stacked match. That's far less likely on a more focused premium live event like Elimination Chamber. Whether WWE delays Jericho's return by a month or surprises fans at the Rumble anyway, one thing is clear: the anticipation isn't slowing down. Enjoying the video? A quick like goes a long way in helping us grow and deliver more wrestling news you care about. TNA Wrestling is entering a major transition period as the company settles into its new AMC era, and according to new reports, the roster shakeup is far from over. Fightful Select reports that several TNA contracts quietly expired at the end of 2025. While a wave of renewals has already taken place, the company is still negotiating with multiple key talents. Internally, the expectation is that a significant roster shift is coming, with sources noting that TNA is restructuring to match the momentum of its network move and refresh the on-screen product. So far, Mustafa Ali, Cedric Alexander, and AJ Francis have all officially re-signed with the company. Meanwhile, names such as Nick Nemeth, Mara Shade, Matthew Raywald, Moose, Frankie Kazarian, Eddie Edwards, Tom Hannafin, Brian Myers, Ryan Nemeth, Jody Threat, and Leon Slater have been heavily featured in promotional media over the last few weeks, a strong indication that they will remain central to TNA programming moving forward. The Rascals have officially departed TNA and, as previously reported, have signed with AEW, marking one of the first major exits of the year. More arrivals and departures are expected soon as TNA continues reshaping its roster around long-term television goals. The strategy appears clear: keep the core strong, elevate rising names, and bring in fresh faces to inject energy into the product. With Thursday Night Impact entering an important ratings stretch on AMC, fans should expect surprises, from debuts to farewells to major storyline resets. Do you think this talent shift will strengthen TNA in the long run? And who do you want to see join or return to the roster? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Braun Strowman experienced a frustrating and potentially dangerous situation on the road this week. On January 14th, 2026, the former WWE superstar shared a video on Instagram revealing that he had been rear-ended while test driving one of his newly completed project cars, a '94 EG hatchback Civic. The vehicle suffered visible damage, but Strowman told fans he walked away with only a sore neck and a sense of relief that the incident wasn't more serious. Finally got the '94 EG hatch Civic done, and I got rear-ended on the test drive. Neck's a little sore, but all in all, I'm glad this is as bad as it is. Could have been way worse. Strowman closed his message with a positive outlook, making it clear that while the car will need repairs, he's thankful everyone involved is safe. Cars can be fixed. I'm blessed no one was seriously injured. The accident comes less than a year after Strowman showcased his massive car collection on Instagram, a lineup of 8 muscle cars, each boasting over 800 horsepower. The latest incident serves as a reminder that even experienced drivers can face unexpected hazards on the road. Fortunately, Strowman avoided serious injury. While the Civic is headed back to the shop, the former WWE star remains focused on what matters most, walking away safe and sound. Ash by Elegance, one of the defining figures of TNA Wrestling's Knockouts division, has been away from the ring since relinquishing the TNA Knockouts World Championship at Victory Road in the fall of 2025. Her announcement at the time, stating she was retired, left fans stunned, but now it appears that retirement may not be permanent after all. Ahead of the debut of Thursday Night Impact on AMC, Ash appeared on Busted Open Radio and revealed that she is actively working toward an in-ring comeback. While she didn't commit to a specific timeline, she made it clear that competing again is absolutely her goal. Like Dave LaGrecia said, "I don't need to prove anything anymore. I mean, maybe a little bit in the ring still. I still want to become champion. I definitely want to come back. I'm definitely working better than ever to become medically cleared again." Ash explained that her hiatus was prompted by medical issues she needed to address, and she took time away to focus on restoring her health. Despite the challenges, she emphasized that she refuses to accept limitations placed on her. "Right now, I've taken a little bit of time off to recover myself, deal with some medical issues, but I feel as though the doctors, I never say never, and I don't let the doctors tell me no either. I'm always trying to prove them wrong and get back on my horse and keep riding to the top." Although she isn't cleared to compete just yet, Ash remains active in TNA programming as part of the Elegance brand alongside Heather by Elegance, M by Elegance, and the Personal Concierge, keeping her character firmly in the spotlight. With her determination to return and a clear desire for another championship run, questions now shift toward what her comeback could look like. A renewed climb to the Knockouts World Championship seems like a natural direction, but TNA could also take her in an entirely new role if they choose. What do you think? Should Ash return to the ring and chase the Knockouts Championship again, or take on a different role in TNA's new era? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Brinley Reese's exit from WWE is now official. 10 days after announcing on January 4th that she was stepping away from professional wrestling due to health issues and a significant injury, WWE has formally updated her status. As of January 14th, Reese has been moved from the active roster to the alumni section on WWE.com, confirming her departure after more than 3 years with the company. Her decision closes the chapter on a promising run that was cut short, but it also opens the door to whatever comes next, whether inside or outside the wrestling world. What do you think Brinley Reese's next move should be? Would you like to see her return to wrestling someday, or take on a new direction entirely? Share your thoughts in the comments below. WWE hasn't locked in any women's matches for WrestleMania 42 yet, but one possible matchup is already emerging as the frontrunner. During the January 13th, 2026 episode of Self-Made Sessions, Self-Made Pro revealed that WWE has specifically discussed Rhea Ripley vs. Io Sky as the lone women's match considered worthy of main event status. The only women's match that would main event WrestleMania this year would be that matchup, Rhea vs. Io. So Io vs. Rhea would be a match that could main event one of the nights, and that has been mentioned in meetings. However, he stressed that nothing has been decided. WWE officials have talked about the possibility, but the final direction for the Women's World Championship is still unclear. I want to say this clearly, they've discussed it, and they have mentioned that Io vs. Rhea is something they view as a main event level, but there are no guarantees that they're actually going to do it, so that's still up in the air. As of now, they don't know what the Women's World title match is going to be, for the record. The discussions show that WWE sees Ripley vs. Sky as a potential marquee attraction, but whether it lands on the WrestleMania 42 card, let alone headlines, remains undecided. Do you want to see Rhea Ripley vs. Io Sky main event one of the WrestleMania 42 nights? Should WWE move forward with this rivalry now? Share your thoughts in the comments below. R-Truth may have returned to WWE back in June 2025, but he's only now pulling back the curtain on the real circumstances behind his comeback. And it turns out the move was far more significant than fans realized. In a January 14th, 2026 interview with TV Insider, R-Truth revealed that he signed a 4-year contract with a 3-year option, describing the entire process as surreal. He credited WWE President Nick Khan and Paul Triple H Levesque for steering the deal and making his return possible. The interview is featured in Season 2 of WWE Unreal, the Netflix docuseries offering an inside look at the lives of WWE's top stars. One key moment shows R-Truth reflecting on the conversations that led to his comeback at Money in the Bank, a return he now views as more than just a storyline moment. "I signed a 4-year deal with a 3-year option. Nick and myself had talks. I also had talks with Hunter, Paul Triple H Levesque. Everything led to me being back at Money in the Bank. When I came back, that was a show of power, a show of humanity, a show of reading the room, listening, appreciation, and gratitude. There are so many things that came out of that moment and led from the phone call with Nick. It was all like a dream to me. It was surreal." Truth's comments directly address a June 2025 Bodyslam.net report from Corey Hayes, which claimed he had signed not a normal active working talent deal intended to give him one true final run. PW Insider also reported that the agreement came together just days before Money in the Bank aired. Now, R-Truth is clarifying the situation. This isn't a short-term farewell tour, it's a long-term commitment, with WWE investing in him for several more years and giving the veteran entertainer room for far more than one last act. Do you think WWE made the right call giving R-Truth a long-term deal? What would you like to see from his run over the next few years? Share your thoughts below. John Cena's retirement match at Saturday night's main event and AJ Styles' confirmed plans to retire in 2026 have sparked a wave of questions toward other veteran wrestlers about when they intend to step away. While some stars are nearing the end of their careers, World Heavyweight Champion CM Punk has made it clear he isn't finished yet, though he now has a clearer idea of when he might call it a career. Speaking to Cinema Blend, Punk explained that he still feels physically strong at 47, but he also acknowledged that his retirement window is coming into focus. "When I was 15, if you asked me if I'd be wrestling when I was 40, I would tell you, no, that's crazy. 40 is so old," Punk said. "I'm 47 and I don't feel old yet. Terry Funk wrestled for a long time. Ric Flair wrestled for a long time. I mean, there's luchadors that are like in their 70s that are still doing it. Do I want to be doing that? Probably not. I would estimate probably the big 50 is when I should maybe gracefully bow out, knock on wood, if nothing else horrible happens." Punk's "nothing else horrible" line appears to allude to the injuries he endured during his AEW stint from 2021 to 2023, as well as the torn right triceps sustained at the 2024 Royal Rumble, his first televised WWE appearance in a decade. Punk returned from that triceps tear at SummerSlam 2024 and has remained healthy throughout major rivalries with Drew McIntyre and Seth Rollins, as well as multiple big match appearances. His comeback culminated in winning the then-vacant World Heavyweight Championship at Saturday night's main event in November. For now, Punk is focused on the present and isn't planning to slow down, but his comments suggest that age 50, just a few years away, could be the moment he decides to step away on his own terms. Do you think CM Punk should retire at 50, or does he still have several great years left in him? Share your thoughts in the comments below. For all of our subscribers, don't miss the 9 a.m. Eastern video we dropped earlier today. Smash that bell icon and select all notifications so you're always in the loop.